Alright guys, welcome to episode 9 of the Sound Booth podcast. I'm Josh Crespo and today we have everybody's special guest except for me. We have my cousin.
My name is Dylan.
My friend.
Austin.
Also a producer, a fire producer, and
Horuhe-san.
live in the building with us today. Thank you for joining us, man.
No problem.
The world needs to hear from you because you're Mr. Twitter poppin'.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, that's not me.
he's on. No, that's not me. That's somebody else. Yeah, it's crazy, man. We've only been following each other, I think, probably since like the beginning of quarantine. I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Cause you threw me in like my first group chat on Twitter, and I don't know how you found me, but you threw me in there. You're like, "Do you want to?" And I said, "Sure." And then you were kind of still starting like Wave Force and getting your website put together and everything, and now you got, dude, this guy gives so many free kits away, it's crazy. Like, tons of, like, nothing but free stuff, right, for the most part.
Yeah, like everything on the website is free.
That's crazy. Yeah, so that's how we got connected. I don't even, like I said, I don't know how you found me. I don't know if you followed me or I followed you, but once I got connected with you and all the guys in the group chats and stuff, like all of my stuff has gone like way up, all my interaction. You're about to be at 10K, right?
Yeah, I'm very close. I think I need like 700.
How did all that happen?
Wow.
Yeah, like he's got like his pinned tweets got like 15,000 views, and it's a video from him producing, like just recording. Cause like there's not a lot of stuff for you out there. Like when you look up your name, just your old BeatStars stuff. So like I don't know your story. We want to get to know you.
So how I got into beats, or like more recently?
Well, I mean, yeah, start with how you got into beats, and then yeah, we'll go like how you popped off, cause that's what I want to know. How you started getting all your fans and followers. He's all, I have a secret Uzi Vert placement, but nobody knows about it. You got that sound.
So I wasn't even into music at all. Like I wasn't even in the creative field. Like I was in high school. I was in robotics, and I was in math club, and I was gonna go. I got a full ride to go to the university for physics.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a physics teacher. And like when I was in orientation and we were staying in the dorms, that's when I realized that I wasn't really sure that that's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Like I was having second doubts, so that's when I decided to take a year off. Like I literally canceled the full ride and everything right before I was gonna start.
Oh wow.
And during this free time, I realized that I wanted to do business. You know, I wanted to do something more creative. And I decided I wanted to start my clothing brand. I wanted to start a clothing brand. Mm. And that's actually how I came up with my name.
Oh, really?
Because, like I was looking for a name for the clothing brand. And I was like, I tried everything. And it wasn't until I looked up my name in Japanese that it clicked. Because my mom would always tell me that her great-grandpa was Japanese.
Oh, okay.
And because I would always ask her, like, because people used to pick at me, because I looked Asian and stuff like that. Mm. And she would always tell me that I was good because my great-grandpa was Japanese. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to look up what my name is supposed to sound like in Japanese. And it's Horuhe. And so, like, as soon as I looked it up, it really clicked with me. So, like, I bought the domain name, I bought everything, and that's what I was going to do. And then I decided to go to college for business. And it was while I was there that a friend of mine who wanted to be a rapper, he came up to me, like, you know about business and stuff like that, so I want you to help me out, like manage me. Mm-hmm. And I knew nothing about music, like I didn't know anything. So like at first I was hesitant. I wasn't really sure about it, but like after some days I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. Like I'm not gonna lose anything. Like, so what I did is I went online I looked up as many articles, as many books, as many videos on YouTube on music business, how to, like, how it all works, how to read all the way down to the basics of how to record and stuff like that. And I gave him a list of all the equipment that he had to buy, the mics and stuff like that. And it was after he bought the laptop that he was messing around in FL Studio trying to make a beat. And like he was having such a hard time. I was like, it can't be that hard. And I grabbed the computer and I was looking at everything. And it looks crazy because when you first open up a DAW, when you don't know what the hell you're doing, it looks so intimidating. But I was messing around with it, and the more I messed around with it, the more I liked it. And so I ended up taking over making the beats as well. So I was managing, making the beats, doing everything. And eventually, me and him had a falling out because it was hard for me to get him to do the stuff that he needed to do to push himself forward. And I found myself doing all the work. And we had this big argument. We ended up falling out.
Jeez.
And I decided I was done with that. Like, I didn't want to do that ever again.
Like, work with him,
so,
or like do beats?
Yeah, like manage anyone. Like,
oh, okay.
I didn't want to manage anybody ever again. Like, it was so stressful for me. But like, I still, like I don't know, like I found myself missing, like messing around in the studio. So a few days later, I went and bought myself my own laptop and a keyboard and stuff like that, and that's how I got into it. Like, I just kept going and I kept going, and eventually I decided to drop out of business school and just focus on beats.
And that was like 4 years ago?
Huh?
Like 4 years ago? Because you said you're 24?
Yeah, I was like 19 at the time.
Okay.
It became a thing that I just did whenever I was bored. Once I started dating my girlfriend, who I'm with now, who's my fiance, that's when I started to pick it up again. This was like in 2020, 2021. Wait, no.
The future. That's like, wait.
This was like...
This man lives in the future.
When was this? This was like 3-4 years ago, probably. That's when I picked it up again and I got serious. And I started like actually making beats and trying to link up with local people. And I ended up meeting this guy who wanted to start making rap songs that I went to with in high school, and he was actually in robotics club. He's like, hey, like you, like I wasn't an expert, but I knew more than him. So he wanted me to teach him. And he's like, I had bought these monitors and they accidentally sent me an extra set by accident. So I have a brand new set of monitors and I'll give them to you if you just help me out as much as you can so I can learn. So I want to start making music. And so I did, and that's how I got those monitors, and I still use them to this day.
Nice.
And so yeah, I kept at it. You know, I tried social media. And at first it was hard. Like, nobody was paying attention to me at all. Like, I had 0 likes, 0 interactions, 0 everything. So I would literally have to... I made a group chat with, like, my girlfriend, my sisters, my brother. And every time I would tweet something, I would send it in the group chat so they can like it. And so it won't seem like I'm talking to myself.
Right.
And I don't know, like, I tried everything. I tried the professional type of tweets.
Yeah.
You know, try to make like myself seem like I was established, but that didn't work either. So I was like just trying to think and just messing around, and I don't know, like I kind of gave up trying to like get interaction on there, and I just started like messing around. Like,
So what type of beats did you start making? Like, what was your main influence, and like what kind of vibe did you start with, and then where are you at now?
When I first started, I was trying to do like what Metro was doing, like very dark stuff. And like with a lot of tries and like watching a lot of tutorials, like obviously you end up making it, but it wasn't really what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, I was able to do it, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I just didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I met this guy who had actually messaged me to check out his song Music. And I checked it out and it was really good. Like I really, really liked it. And I was like, hey, let me send you some beats. So I sent him a whole bunch of beats, including some that I made just based off what I was feeling. And he liked the one that I made based off just what I was feeling. And it was like, it sounded very like, very video game type of, like type of sound. And I think this was in 2018. So he really liked it, and he's like, yo, I really like that. Like, I've been looking for something like this. And so, the next day, he sends me a full song to the beat that I had sent him the day before.
Nice.
And I was like, wow, like, this was fast, and it was, like, a good song. So I kept like, looking for those type of beats, and I kept making those type of beats. And he was making like very like Pokemon, like he's into anime and all that. And so like it fit perfect. So I started discovering what I really like doing. And I remember one time I sampled a Pokemon video game. I don't even remember which one.
Howl It Down.
And I sent it to him. And like a few months later, he messaged me back. He's like, hey, I'm gonna make a song to this beat. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna get my friend D-Bangs on it. And I was just excited that it was gonna come out.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how it was gonna work out because like it was an actual video game sample, so I don't know if we were gonna get it cleared.
Yeah.
But he just ended up dropping without clearing it. Like who cares? You know what I mean? Like, but it ended up doing really, really well. Like it was doing, I think like it had like over 500,000 streams.
Like on SoundCloud?
On Spotify.
Oh wow.
And like I don't know how many I had on Apple, and like that song made a lot of money.
Jeez.
And then eventually
they caught it.
I don't know what happened, but like he asked me that we had to take it down. So this was recently too. Like we took it down like a month or two ago.
Oh wow.
So yeah, but ever since that point, like 2-3 years ago, where I met him is when I discovered my sound, and we just like work really well together.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like I've been doing like video game type of melodies, and that's what I'm really focusing on now.
Is that like virtual loops?
So yeah.
Is that what like a lot of the internet money guys talk about, like virtual loops? I've just been seeing that recently. Is that like kind of like virtual loops, like kind of video game sounding? Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, I guess yeah.
I didn't know that you lost your whole laptop, and like
yeah.
And you just moved, and like you got a kid and a fiance and stuff, so you got stuff going on. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. It means a lot. It's cool to have you out there now. There's an interview that people can watch, and because before it's just kind of like there's a face behind a computer on Twitter and that's it. But now there's something for them to interact with. So it's cool.
Yeah, because this was my first interview of it.
We definitely need to collab on some stuff. I'm gonna check out that website too. It was Resample, you said?
Resample and Waveforce.
Oh yeah.
And Waveforce. Yeah, I definitely need to check that stuff out, man. It'd be sick to work with you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Horuhe san. Dang it. Butchered it. That's okay. We'll figure it out. But I'm Josh Crespo.
I'm doing well.
Austin Sharp, aka Sharp.
And
Horuhe-san.
thank you for joining us, man, on episode 9 of the Sound Booth. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. And everybody else watching, you guys have a good day as well. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
There we go. We missed the camera.